Everybody, welcome to She Shaves with Jill, and you guessed right, I'm Jill. So, as if you can't tell by the title above and below, tonight I'm going to be reviewing a new to me razor, and that would be the RazoRock German Slant 37. Beautiful stainless steel zinc alloy head on it, and this particular handle is the, what the heck is the name of the handle? Oh, it's the Bulldog handle. I'm sorry, brain fart. It's the Bulldog handle, and it's pretty hefty, pretty hefty. So I reviewed this pretty much the same way I did the PAA Ascension razor. I did 4 shaves with it so far. Tonight will be the 5th. And I used different blades in it. I used the Rapira stainless steel chrome on its 3rd use. I used the Bosch Cod on its 1st use. I used a Wilkinson sword blade on its 1st use. And I used the Astra green on its 3rd use also. I did use different soaps each time. One time I used 1X by PAA. I used SoCal Hipster. I used Katie's Bubbles Tonsorial Parlor. I also used Mickey Lee Soapworks The Drunken Goat. And tonight I'm going to be using Holy Kaw Chypre, just wash my mouth and can't do a thing with it. Chypre Rose Concerto. Jeez, I finally got it out. And this soap, it has citrus top notes on it, and it has some lime, and it has some beautiful florals in it. It's not too florally, though. It has an amber heart, and the base is oak moss, musk, and patchouli. And basically, it has a sweet and woody scent to it, and it's just lovely. Now, his soap, this soap is made with donkey milk, cocoa butter, kokum butter, shea butter, lanolin, and hops extract. And this is a superior soap, so that's why I chose it for tonight. So let's get loaded up on the soap. Let me grab my brush, wring that out a little bit here. My brush I'm going to use tonight is also new. This is my Yaqi 26 millimeter Rainbow Pride brush, and this camera's not going to do it justice, and I'm sure you've probably seen other reviews on it. It's got the different rainbow colors in it, and it's just beautiful. I love this acrylic see-through type stuff, and I'm so excited to use it for the first time. Now, it's got this brownish ginger, like me. Hey, how appropriate, a ginger brush. Brown knot on it. It almost looks like it would be a imitation horsehair, wouldn't it? I don't know, because I've not used it, so I don't know how it actually lathers. So this will be a first time for you and for me tonight. Might be a total failure, might be a success. Let's find out. So lately I have been making sure, because I have hard minerally water, I've been soaking my brushes. Oh, all week that I tested this, by the way, I used natural hair. I used Badger brushes. I used my West Coast shaving Badger brush, and I used another Yaqi silver tip. They were both silver tips that I alternated between, but this one is a synthetic brush. So let's load this up. And I used mineral water to soak my brushes in, and to dip it in when I needed to add any water. So let me get some water on my brush, and let's dig right in. And And 1, 2. Now, I've already prepped my face, and if you've seen my other videos, you know how I do it. I take a wash rag, and I get it as hot as I can and put it over there until it gets cold, and then I redo that, and I do it for a total of 2 to 3 minutes. So I've already been pre-prepped. So and I usually like to do a 20-second load. I'm going to go direct to the face rather than a bowl lather tonight. Oh, we forgot something. I'm going to do a pre-shave, and I'm going to use the cube. I love this. This is not the menthol version. This is the regular, but he does have it in a menthol also, which I have used too. He had a banana, but I don't see it on the site anymore. So I don't know what happened to it. Don't know what happened. And let's put that down. I'm going to rub that in a little. Add a little bit more water to it. It does have some great lathering boosters in it too, along with great ingredients that are good properties for your face. All right, rinse my hands off. Let's get back to this loading. So let's use some of the Pro Lather. Gather some of that up. Don't want to waste that. Waste not, want not. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's see how this brush works. I'm gonna rinse my hand off because it's really slippery. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I love the feel of it. Oh, it's so soft. There's no scritch. It does have backbone. There's no scritch or scratch to it, which sometimes I prefer that. I don't need, like guys, I don't need to buff up my whiskers because, let's face it, I don't have a lot of whiskers. Oh my goodness, I love this brush. I am in love with this brush. Holy moly. Look at that lather. Is that nice or what? Oh my goodness. Let's dip a little water, that mineral water, and get it even a little slicker. Look at the sheen on that. I'm gonna love this shave, guys. Oh, this brush is wonderful. It's a great size. Now, let me tell you one thing while I'm jibber-jabbering here and lathering. When I use the razor, I shave my face, both my arms, both my legs, and my bits and pieces. The only issue I had with it was when I was using my left hand. I'm trying to use my left hand more so that when I do shavette or straight razor shaves, I can use it for that. So the only problem I had with any mix was when I used my left hand, and that was around my knee, which is always a danger zone for women, any bony areas. But other than that, they were perfect shaves. And they weren't anything that needed to be doctored. Okay, I think we got a pretty damn good lather there. Let me rinse my hands off. Let's clear the snot track. Clear the lips. How's it taste? Flowery. Okay, let's do that. And tonight, I'm going to use, like I said, the 3-piece razor, by the way. So there's the top cap, there's the base plate, and it is a slant, as I mentioned. Now, this razor's been around for quite a bit, but a lot of people love it. So I'm going to be using the Bosch Cod on the second use. And now, one thing I noticed about this is when you put, it's got the two nubbies there, and then the center one that goes in there, and then you put the base back on. What I did notice is sometimes I have to double check the alignment because the tolerances aren't perfect like other razors I have. So I do have to adjust it. There we go. So it's even on both, even on both sides. Okay, that's pretty good. Let me get that nice and warm. And welcome to any new people here. If you're not familiar with how I do my shaves, is women, or I in particular, have little fuzzies up here, fuzzies along here, there, fuzzies here, and fuzzies here. And then I have problem areas for my hormones along the same lines that some guys have, here, 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 and here, and along the jawline. So I don't do, like guys do, a traditional 3-pass shave. I will do 1 pass with the grain, and then I will do against the grain. So I'll explain that as I go. Oh, I love this brush. Clear the snot track again. Oh, boy. All right. Let's warm that up again, and let's get going. And along there, along the ear. Now, as far as blade exposure, it does have a little blade exposure, so you have to be aware of that around your lips and by your ear. You don't want to turn into a Van Gogh. Now, when I compare this to other razors, let's use an example of two of my first big girl razors, the Edwin Jagger DE89 and the Mercure 34C. This is more aggressive. Now, with a slant razor, you do not need to adjust it so that it's going, you know, along with the way it slants. That's the purpose of the slant razor, is that when you're shaving, you shave normal, like you would normally, and it gives it a different cut. It's like a guillotine, and it's much more efficient. So this is more efficient than those two razors. I can feel the blade exposure more on this razor than I can on those two, but it's not as aggressive as my, let's say, my Bakelite double open comb slant. It's not as aggressive as that. So it's in between those. Very efficient, comfortable, easy to find the angle on it and maintain the angle on it too. Now, some guys puff out their cheeks. That doesn't do me any good. It makes it worse for me. Because I got wrinkles, let's face it. So I do the mouth breather. That's what I call the mouth breather. And that flattens it out much better for me, personally. And that varies with everybody. What works for me won't work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So my boo-boos. For those of you that know what these boo-boos are, that's where a palm frond poked me in 2 places when I was taking it to the front from a storm and they were down. And this one started to get infected. So I had to go to the doctor. there was a little tip in there that he had to dig out. Okay, let's have a feel around. Okay, there's a lot of work to do down here. This side is different. Now see, I used my right hand. I didn't use my left hand like I wanted to practice. I'll probably cut myself doing that. Just much easier for me to use my right hand. So let me get a little water off on my face and let's re-lather. Now, on any subsequent passes, now I'm not going to have to worry with this because there's plenty of soap loaded in this brush, but any subsequent passes, I don't have to worry about having a ton of lather, although I'm going to get it with this brush and with this soap because it's that good. But you want to go for glide because you've gotten rid of the majority of the facial hair already, so you're closer to bare skin. So I'll be concentrating on these areas now. Oh, I love this brush. I love this soap. This soap is top-notch. It's top-of-the-line soap. No question about it. Holy cow is, it just is. It's top of the line. It's got great protection. It's got great glide. It's got great residual slickness, and I know the poche feel on it is going to be remarkable. So, clear the snot track, clear the lips, and let's do it. So this time I'm going to go across the grain. Now people will think, wait a minute, if you go that way, you're not going across the grain. Well, this is actually what is more like with the grain, because these little hairs kind of grow that way. Same this way. They don't go this way, they go that way. So this is actually what would be considered a with the grain. Nice. That's almost perfection. Let's try the left hand. You might see blood. Okay. See, with the residual slickness with this good soap, I can go over areas that I've already done that have no soap on it because it's got such great residual slickness. I can do that. That is the markings of a great soap. If you've not tried Holy Cow before, do yourself a favor. It's a premium soap. Okay, let me get my hand wet and do a feel around. You know, that's near perfect already. Near perfect already. So I'm just going to lather this up again and do a little touch-up. It needs very little touch-up. So let me grab my brush. I really like this Yaqi 26 inch. This is great on my legs because it covers a lot of area. Okay, that's enough slip and slide for me. Okay, this time I'm going to go against the grain, which is actually this way instead of like what guys do. But I'm going to combine a lot of it because I'm going to do a lot of buffing in all different directions. But I'm going to start this way. Good protection on my boo-boos. Okay, the one thing about this handle is it's got great knurling on it, and it's almost too good because when I'm shaving, I very rapidly change the side of the blade that I'm going to be using, and because it's so good, sometimes it's hard to manipulate, if that makes sense. It's not a huge issue by any means, but it does have great knurling. This is all with residual slickness here. This touch up. Okay. That shave is a wrap. So now, let me rinse my face off. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. Make it easier and do it this way. And then rinse some more. Start with the warm water, turn that off. Then I go to cold water to close up those pores. All right. Okay, so the post-shave feel on this is amazing. It is amazing. Let's dry off and we'll be able to tell even more. Set the nose stud in place so it doesn't look like a booger. I can feel soap up there though. All right, let me put my eyeballs back on. Yay. Oh my God, amazing post-shave feel. Just simply amazing. That is one hell of a BBS shave. I had total comfort. It went over my boo-boos easily because it's great soap. Okay, so now I'm going to use Thayer's Witch Hazel in the rose petal because of the floral notes that are in this soap. I love Witch Hazel. It has so many purposes. I use it in the morning after I wash my face, after I take my bath. I cover my whole body in it. Great stuff. All right, let's let that dry a little bit. Let's help it along. So I hope you guys have been having a great week. Happy hump day. I don't know if I'll get this loaded up on Wednesday night. Might not be until tomorrow morning. But in any case, I hope your week is going well. All right. And for the aftershave I chose, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cedar Fever, because of the base notes in the soap. It'll match up with it well. This has Texas cedar, yellow rose, and sweetgrass in it. So that will be my aftershave. So always shake your aftershaves up good to mix those ingredients. Mix them up good. And let me take my glasses off. Whoa. My glasses off for this. Because I want to get this all over my whole face. Well, it's got a kick to it. This really complements that soap amazingly. It's great to use different things to try to match the soap scent. Perfect match. Smell that, Paul. Oh, okay. So that was the aftershave. Let me get that bottled up again so I don't knock it over and spill it. Don't want to waste that. Let's clean this up a little tiny bit. So let's dry that off. And for the post-shave balm, I'm going to be using Dove Men Plus Care Sensitive Plus Post-Shave Balm. That's a lot of shit to have to say, you know what I'm saying? Why don't they just say, hey, this is some good post-shave balm. So, let's shake that up too. And you don't need to use a lot of post-shave balm. Just, ooh, that's plenty right there. That's more than enough. And emulsify it. Take the glasses off again. Oh. Got a pleasant enough scent to it. Not really a scent, but it smells like Dove. Not going to conflict with the soap or the witch hazel or the aftershave at all. All right. Whew, that was fun. I don't know about you, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. So as far as the RazoRock German Slant 37, it's a great razor. Now, I noticed on the website tonight that they're out of this particular handle, and that's a 3.5-inch handle. They have other handles on there. This one was $19.99. The other ones, I believe, are $24.99. But I went for the longer handle. So check it out. I'll put all the information down below. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. If you don't already know how to do that, under my, under the title, go under Show More, and that's where I'll put additional information like specs on the razor, what I used, or links that I might mention in the video for you, for your information. So don't forget to click the Show More to get that information. Because I had a friend say, well, I liked the video, but you didn't give any specs on it. I said, yeah, I did. It's under Show More. She said, oh, okay. So in any case, Number 5 shave with this razor. Number 5 success with a BBS. So if you like the video, do me a big favor. Give me a thumbs up, okay? If you would please subscribe, that'll be even greater. And immensely great would be if you hit that little ding-dong next to the subscribe button, because it's going to let you know when I have my next video up. And we can all chit-chat and visit again. So I want to thank you for tuning in. And with that, I'm going to say good night. And it's time for me to go do my leg shave and use these great products again. So love y'all. Good night.